exactly you feel, what is the need of wildlife conservation? How we are dependent, or what is interrelationship between wildlife and human?
Yes, this is very interesting question. In fact, means many people ask that in this whole country, people are starving to death without even getting a meal or the livelihood. And you people are talking about saving wildlife, saving tigers. So, in fact, how does it relate if all the tigers dies? So, I think it's very important to understand that tiger conservation is not simply for saving the majestic cat, because tigers look like it's a majestic cat. So it's not like that. Tiger conservation is actually saving water for the human development. You look at the tiger reserves in central India, in the Satpura landscape, these 5 tiger reserves: Kana, Pench Maharashtra, Tadabandari Tiger Reserve, Melghat Tiger Reserve. These tiger reserves actually contribute water in the rivers, and there are around 300 rivers which originates through these tiger reserves. And these rivers means actually contribute water for the development. You get power, you get water for irrigation, for drinking purpose, etc. And most important is, they plays an important role in regulating climate, which is most important for the human livestock health and for the health of crops, for the health of the entire nation and the planet. So they help in regulating climate for the human being. So ultimately, tiger conservation or the wildlife conservation is ultimately saving human being or the human development. So we need to understand this linkage between the wildlife conservation and the human development.
Okay. So what do you think? Now we are developing very fast. Cities are growing to enormous lengths.
Yeah.
And because of that, the forests are shrinking. So this urban development, mass construction, how it is affecting the forest?
In fact, it is affecting at a great extent, and I must tell you some shocking facts. Means nowadays you don't see sparrows.
Yeah.
Ultimately, mobile phones have come up. There are many towers. There are many signals, and there is a congestion of these signals, and they are impacting human lives. So ultimately, you don't see direct impacts on the human being, but you can see the impacts on the smaller animals like the sparrows, etc. And they got disappeared. And now there is a research outcome which states that sparrows have been impacted because of these radiations, electromagnetic waves. So sparrows are impacted. Then there are other aspects like even you look at the old architecture, old buildings, sparrows, bats, owls, owlets, they used to home in these old buildings. Now those buildings are not there. So you see drastic change in the modern architecture. So ultimately that we have lost. So our wildlife which used to habitat in the cities, so they have lost shelter, and ultimately it has impacted the entire nature.